Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Inside the Blue podcast. I don't have a script or notes or anything like that for this episode. This is kind of an emergency episode because the Dodgers made a huge move today. The winter meetings have begun this week, and the winter meetings for Major League Baseball are a time where big deals are made, usually through trades or free agent signings. And the Dodgers have made the biggest winter meetings deal so far. And it's only the second day of the winter meetings. The Dodgers went out and got their lockdown closer. They made a deal with Edwin Diaz for 3 years worth $69 million. Now, I've said in previous episodes that I did want the Dodgers to pursue Edwin Diaz or maybe think about Edwin Diaz, but I felt that he would have costed too much. He was rumored to be asking for something similar to his deal with the Mets, which was $102 million for 5 years. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, there's no way that the Dodgers are going to be able to get Edwin Diaz. It would be nice because he's a top 3 closer in baseball, but I was more focused on other relievers that were cheaper options like Pete Fairbanks or Robert Suarez, those types of relievers. I never bought into the idea that the Dodgers were going to go after Edwin Diaz simply for the fact that he just would cost too much. But this deal is actually very surprising. It's cheaper than I thought it was going to be. He cost less than Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott is $72 million for 4 years. And Edwin Diaz, like I said, was $69 million for 3 years. So he's definitely cheaper than Tanner Scott, which I think is very, very interesting. Like, I understand that at the time, Tanner Scott was the best closer in baseball in 2024, or one of them anyway. But Edwin Diaz is a top 3 closer. I am very surprised that this deal is as cheap as it is. But anyway, the Dodgers went out and signed Edwin Diaz. I think that that's a fantastic signing. Like I said, he was the number one reliever I wanted them to go after. I just felt that he would be too expensive. And clearly he's not as expensive as I thought. So that's great. And we've been over Edwin Diaz's numbers in 2025 in a previous episode. I do want to add something to those numbers, though. I looked up some more of his stats, and his strikeout percentage in 2025 was 38%. That is second among all relievers in 2025. That's fantastic. You want your lockdown closer to have good swing and miss stuff. He has a very good fastball and a very deadly slider. These are 2 pitches, or the only 2 pitches that he relies heavily on, and they are both elite. They are both at elite levels. His fastball regularly goes above 97 miles an hour, and his slider has a lot of great break to it. It breaks left, it breaks right. It just has a lot of good movement, and you want that out of a lockdown closer. This is why he is a top 3 closer in the game. So I'm very happy the Dodgers went out and got Edwin Diaz. Now, what does this mean for Tanner Scott? Well, like I've stated before, Tanner Scott was paid a big contract to be the lockdown closer, that Edwin Diaz is going to be. So what does this mean for Tanner Scott? Well, it could mean that he's now the setup man. He's now the 7th or 8th inning guy, maybe not in such high leverage situations since he's proven that he cannot handle high leverage situations, but he's going to be one of the relievers that gets ran out there in the later innings, I'm sure. And I'm sure that he will also get closing opportunities when Edwin Diaz isn't closing. So, like, let's say were back-to-back save opportunities and they ran Edwin Diaz out there for both of them. I'm sure that Tanner Scott will get the next one if it was, I don't know, a day or 2 later. He's basically going to be the backup to Edwin Diaz, I'm sure, because they have to remember that they are paying Tanner Scott a huge contract. And I'm sure that they will still put him out there in high leverage situations, even though I don't think that they should. But again, maybe he just had a bad first year with the Dodgers. I'm hoping that he turns it around this season. But anyway, that's Tanner Scott. So now the Dodgers in their bullpen, as it stands right now, have 2 closers. One top 3 closer in the game and one potential top 10 if Tanner Scott can get back to anywhere near his 2024 numbers. So that was my thoughts on the Edwin Diaz deal. I think it's fantastic. I think it is a great deal. I think that this is the thing that will strengthen the Dodger bullpen significantly. I mean, he's a top 3 closer in the game, like I keep saying. That absolutely strengthens the bullpen. Now, what's key for the Dodgers? They've strengthened the bullpen. They need to go for outfield help, whether that is by free agent signing or whether that is by trade. It's looking more likely that it's going to be by trade. So we will see who they go after. I'm very confident that it could be someone like a Steven Kwan, a Jarren Duran. They have the trade capital to get deals like that done. We've gone over this in the last episode. And I'm also hearing, and this is absolutely insane, I don't know if this is just hearsay or if any of this is actually true, but with the winter meetings comes big rumors, and the Dodgers are always the center of big rumors. There's word around the winter meetings that a deal involving the Dodgers and Tarik Skubal is gaining traction. Now, Tarik Skubal is a back-to-back Cy Young Award winner. He just won the Cy Young Award back-to-back these past 2 seasons, and he is a top 5 starting pitcher in the game. If the Dodgers somehow manage to swing a deal for Tarik Skubal, I don't know what that could look like. I think you could put Tyler Glasnow in that trade package because you're getting rid of a 4th rotation spot, your number 4 starter in Glasnow, and bringing in another team's number 1 starter. I don't even know where you even put Tarik Skubal in the starting rotation. Do you pitch him in the 1 spot where Yamamoto currently is? Because I wouldn't move Yamamoto out of the ace or 1 spot, even though you're getting Tarik Skubal. I think it could go Yamamoto, Skubal, Blake Snell, Shohei Ohtani, and then Roki Sasaki. Or you can switch Blake Snell and Ohtani. So you go Yamamoto, Skubal, Ohtani, Snell, Roki Sasaki. This, just to even think about that, is insane to me. And to think that you would have a starting rotation where Shohei Ohtani is your number 3 or 4 guy is just absolutely crazy. The Dodgers are already stacked with starting pitching. I really don't think that they need any help in that department. They have a lot of great starting pitching prospects already on top of a already stacked and filthy rotation. So whether or not these rumors are true, that the Dodgers are potentially trying to work a trade for Tarik Skubal, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think it would be absolutely insane if that happened. I would be ecstatic because you're bringing in a back-to-back Cy Young Award winner onto a rotation that is already lethal. I'm more than willing to give up Tyler Glasnow for Tarik Skubal. Anyway, those are rumors that are going around the winter meetings. I don't know how true they are, but we will have to wait and see how the rest of the week plays out. We can see deals throughout the winter leading up to spring training and even during spring training. It's just the winter meetings are when the bigger pieces fall, when the bigger name players tend to sign because all the GMs and managers and agents are there with their players, trying to swing deals, make free agent deals, sign with different teams. So these are when the bigger domino pieces tend to fall. And we've already seen that today with Edwin Diaz going. And that sets the reliever market. I think that the reliever market is a pricey one. And I also think the starting pitching market is extremely pricey. We don't know what the batter market's going to look like, but if it's anything like what Kyle Tucker's projected to get, the batter market is going to be pricey as well. So we should be seeing some big pieces fall soon. The Dodgers need outfield help. I really hope that they go out and get help via a trade, via free agent signing. I don't know. I just want them to fill the center field hole that is currently there in the lineup. I really want them to bring back Cody Bellinger. If there's one player that I really want them to bring back that could fill that center field spot perfectly, it's Cody Bellinger. So we will see if that happens. I really hope that they bring him back. But anyways, that's today's episode. It's really quick. I just really wanted to get this one out there because this was a huge move by the Dodgers and the biggest move of the winter meetings so far. Hope you guys enjoyed. You will probably be hearing more of me throughout the week because the winter meetings, like I said, a lot happens. So I'll be on here if the Dodgers make another big move or just another move in general. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.